Increased climate change in Kenya is due to the poor government plans and policies implemented as opposed to general human ignorance. My name is Ndasia on behalf of Moi Forces Academy, and I'm here to strongly propound on the motion. Ladies and gentlemen, our country is facing profound food insecurity, climate crisis, environmental degradation, and loss of biodiversity. Why? My team and I are here to tell you. Ladies and gentlemen, there are terms in this motion that I am simply obliged to enlighten you on because they are very crucial. Climate change. This is the setting in of new weather patterns, the setting in of new weather conditions that deviate from the norm. Example, if you are probably to have rains, long rains on May, you will probably have them later in the year or earlier in the year, changing the weather pattern. Climate change impacts. This is the gist of the story. Now this is where it gets interesting. What are these impacts? These are the problems we are left facing after the new weather patterns and the new weather conditions have set in. What problems am I talking about? I'm talking about drought. I'm talking about flooding. I'm talking about aridity and desertification. I'm talking about global warming. And it doesn't stop there. No, that's just the tip of the iceberg. These impacts dive down deeper to constrict the very backbone of our country, to constrict the primary sustenance of 60% of the population of Kenya. I'm talking about agriculture. Agriculture is our backbone since time immemorial. And these impacts are crumbling our agriculture. Case in point, the current food insecurity we are facing in northeastern and eastern Kenya. By an article of the Daily Nation, it says that 3.5 million people are currently exposed to hunger and starvation. I mean, it speaks for itself. That's how bad it gets. And then there are poor government plans and policies. A policy is a plan or an action that has been set in place to be implemented. On the context of this motion, it will be on matters climate and the impacts of climate. For you to understand what a good policy, for what a poor policy is, you must first get what a good policy is. A policy is supposed to cover these major aspects. Define the problem. Gather evidence. After we've gathered the evidence, we're supposed to table the facts down. We are going to educate the public. And then we are going to make solutions we're going to strategize solutions that are supposed to anticipate the social response of the people. Now, a policy by facial view is not good until we get to the implementation and execution. So if it fails to meet this, the policy is poor. And then we have human ignorance. This is simply the lack of knowledge by the community. The ones that will come after me will clearly elaborate how these increased impacts are due to the poor policies by the government and not human ignorance. Thank you.